Okay, let's do this fucking shit.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Sitting Ringside. This is episode number 184. As always, I am Robert Villa, and my host today is Rudy Lara, Mark Andrew Miller, and Anik Subramanian. How's it going, fellas?
Oh yeah.
We got the crowd cheering on us. Love it. That's what's up.
Cheering on us.
Anik, thank you so much for being a guest co-host tonight, man. Really do appreciate it. You are one of our wonderful writers at Fight Book MMA and correspondents that pretty heavy on the PFL side of the content distribution here at fightbookmma.com. So really do appreciate all your hard work, brother. Before we get started, man, let's start off with a quick shout out to HKUSA. Go to hkusa.com. Check them out. Support them. They support us. They support a lot of fighters. So go and check them out. Also to foxhoundfuel.com. Go to foxhoundfuel.com. Use our discount code for 20% off your purchases. Our code is in all caps FBMMA. Also, to all the fellas out there, if you want to have some nice underwear, go to johntyler.com, or go to our website. At the very bottom, you see our supporters. Hit his logo and use our discount code for 20% of all your purchases. In all caps, Fightbook. Also, to all our promotions that we work with very closely, PFL is one of them. Brave Combat Federation, go check them out. They have a banging event happening this weekend. Also to XFN, Fight World MMA, and so on. Go check them out. And to our live stream partners, Flow Combat, Fight TV, ESPN Plus, The Zone, and MMA TV. All right, guys, let's do the quick rundown of our events that's happening this weekend in the MMA Kickboxing Grappling Muay Thai event. August 11th, we have Bellator 298, Storley versus Ward. Also, UFC on ESPN 51, Luque versus Dos Anjos. And, of course, Brave Combat Federation 73, Jose Torres, a good friend of ours at Fightbook and at Sitting Ringside. He's been on our show numerous times. He is going to be fighting this weekend against Nikosi Nbele. In the boxing bare knuckle slap fighting category, we have BKFC 48, which is going to be here in my hometown in Albuquerque. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go and cover that event, but I will have the live results at the website. Also live on ESPN Plus in Glendale, Arizona on August 12th, we have a title fight. Emmanuel Navarrete versus Oscar Valdez. They are fighting for Navarrete's WBO junior lightweight title. Also, we have another title fight, which is on the 12th, but in Maryland, Oxon Hill. It's going to be live on Showtime. Emmanuel Rodriguez versus Melvin Lopez. They are fighting for the vacant IBF bantamweight title. And since David's not here, I have the privilege of saying that if you're not watching every single fight, tweeting every single fight, doing everything that you can to possibly support every single fight that's happening this weekend, and you're not doing it, you're not a real fight fan.
Not a real fight fan, folks.
Not a real fight fan. And if we're not doing what, Rudy?
You got to be doing the Fuck It Friday challenge every single weekend. And every single day that there's a fight, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you got to extend that Fuck It Friday challenge. It's a challenge for a reason, folks. Doesn't mean that you just do it on Fridays. You're not a real fight fan.
You're not a real fight fan. Um, guys, as I mentioned, we have a guest host here, Anik. Thanks again for joining us. Uh, tell us a little about yourself, man.
Yeah, man. So let me tell you, I'm a lifelong sports fan. When my dad came to America, the closest thing to cricket was baseball, and we're on the East Coast, so we're Yankee fans. Diehard Yankee fan. When COVID happened, I was in college, and I was really lost without sports. Like sports is my easiest talking point. I've always had an interest, and I've always been talking about sports. Um, and then I saw UFC 249 was coming up. This was Tony Ferguson against Justin Gaethje. The only MMA fight I watched before that was Khabib and McGregor at UFC 229. So that Ferguson and Gaethje fight, I was watching the embedded episodes, and I just got like drawn in. And the way I really got to learn about each fighter was every card. If there was a fighter I knew and he fought someone new, I would learn about that new fighter, and then I just keep following their fights. I want to say, and like I used to write for the high school paper, and some close friends of mine, they're like, dude, why don't you write about it, right? Because like I want to say this was like 2022 summer, and I had a lot of thoughts out off of the main event between Arman Sarukian and Mateusz Gamrot, and I
Mm,
started writing about it. It's been a year at Fightbook MMA as of this past August 3rd. So
yep.
yeah, I mean,
Happy anniversary.
yeah, exactly. Happy anniversary. So yeah, I mean, writing is a part-time thing in my life. Hopefully
Hmm.
one day full-time. But
Yep.
yeah,
Fingers
man,
crossed.
fight fan. Fingers crossed, right, for all of us. But yeah, love the fights and excited to keep learning more.
Yeah, man. When you reached out that you wanted to write, I was like, hell yeah. I mean, I always like to give everybody an opportunity. This is the reason why I created this platform. We've had a lot of writers go on to big things, getting hired on to other bigger media outlets or to even their own local media outlets. So it's pretty cool to see the transition from working with or writing for Fightbook MMA. I mean, yeah, it is work, but we're not getting paid. So, but it's still work, but it's fun work, just like how we do with our podcast. We don't get paid.
Exactly.
All our sponsors that goes straight to the stream. I mean, I don't ever see the money. It goes straight to paying for the live stream and for the podcast and everything that we're doing here. So, um, it's fun. It's we get to talk to a lot of amazing people that we never thought that we would be able to do, and it's because of the platform that we have. So, again, man, you're been consistent, and it's been a year, and man, I can't believe it's been a year, bro.
Yeah. No, man, time flies, and I'm so grateful for you guys because, outside of working hard, day job, rest of
Yeah,
life, like this does give me a lot of purpose. So I really do enjoy it. So I'm very grateful for you guys, and let's keep. This is where I started in MMA, and it's awesome. So let's keep going, and we got some big PFL events, some big things. I know, like lately, I've been like going more into PFL because I've had like the most access, and I've really enjoyed it. So you know, let's keep doing this.
hell yeah, man. Well, guys, we had UFC on ESPN 50 last week. It was a I don't know. What is your guys' grade on the fight? We'll start with you, Rudy.
I give it a 5.
Yeah.
It was it was not I don't know, man. It was very lackluster towards the end. I don't know. Just a lot of this event I really didn't enjoy. It was boring.
Yeah, it wasn't like. I
There's a
mean,
lot of
yeah,
decisions, bro. There
there
was a
was a lot
lot
of
of decisions,
decisions.
and it was just
There was.
it fizzled out at the end, and then the boxing event that was just expected and boring as fuck. I don't know, man. It was a very uneventful weekend of fights. If those were your go tos, I saw some other events which were better than this. So, but
Combate Global was even better, and that was on a Sunday.
yeah, it was. So
So shout out to Combate, another friend of the show. Uh, it's always cool to talk to them. But yeah, I mean, we look at this event last week, and usually after a pay per view, A lot of these couple of fight nights are like bangers, and this was just not one of them.
No,
It was, you know, it was expected of a lot of these fights that we predicted that who was going to win, and we pretty much were on the spot of who won and who was going to lose. Like
I think
Tatiana Suarez, I mean, we all knew that she was going to win, even though it's been a long time since she, hasn't fought. But just knowing how she is and not being undefeated.
I think the two biggest surprises of that event were Corey Sanhagen's wrestling. I didn't expect him to do that shit, and
Oh,
kind of
right.
pull a Damian Maya.
Mhm.
And number two was Carlston Harris, dude. Performance of the night, and rightfully so. He was a huge underdog. I think maybe might have been the biggest underdog on this card. No, actually, no, it wasn't. He was a plus 140 underdog, so it wasn't that bad. But Tapology, everybody had Jeremiah Wells winning this fight.
Hmm.
I didn't.
We all did too, I
Yeah,
think.
I did, man, and I didn't give Carlson a chance. And big
I still did
mistake.
pretty good on Tapology, though, so I'm happy.
Big mistake, dude. Carlson Harris. That was a good fight, man. As long as it lasted.
Yep. What are your thoughts, Anik?
For me, I want to say my sleeper fight. Even before this, I went 7-2 on picks, but Cody Durden, I bet against him against Charles Johnson. Well, I picked against him, and he was like a roughly plus 160 against Jake Hadley. I thought Cody Durden has beat some good guys. He's on a 4-fight win streak since getting submitted by Mokaev. And the reason why I picked him to win was because of the way I saw he wrestled against Charles Johnson, who's never been finished. Man, that was a fun fight. He got out of that armbar. I mean, he's in the top 15 now, so I'm excited for the exciting fights from him and all his trash talk that comes with it, because he may be the biggest trash talker in the flyweight division now that Figgy's moving up.
Yeah. You're spot on there, man.
Yeah, that was a great fight, man.
Mhm.
And, hats off to Cody Durden winning that fight, unanimous decision.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
Those taunts were hilarious, though.
Other than that, I mean, there wasn't really much to this event. I was expecting the main event to be bloody and a war, but it was anything but that.
Well, I mean, didn't Rob Font come in like short notice or something like that?
It was like 2.5 weeks notice.
Yeah,
It was
2.5 weeks.
Yeah, but it wasn't anything bad on Rob's part. It was, and I mean, not saying that it was anybody's bad on anyone's part. Corey did what he had to do to win the fight. I wouldn't want to stand in bed with Rob Font. He's a dangerous
Hell
guy.
no.
But I think everybody expected it to be a banger, a stand-up banger, and it wasn't, bro. And Sanhagen, he just like, fuck it, I did what I had to do. And I get it, man. And that's nothing against Ralph Fon, but damn, one thing he really needs to work on is his ground game, because he didn't have one.
Yeah. I was really surprised by Font's like lack of response to the takedowns. Like, I knew Corey was getting better as a wrestler, and apparently he did tear his tricep. So I guess he didn't want to lose his title shot, but like, I wasn't impressed at all with Font's lack of ground game, because if you put him against someone like Sterling, like on the ground, then Sterling looks like he'd like dog walk him. So I was surprised.
Who else? I mean, what other fight did y'all think was like the?
You know what?
There?
You know what? I'm going to take it back. Another one that I did not see coming. Probably has it ties for performance of the night. It also got performance of the night. Dustin Jacoby versus Kennedy Nchukwu. That dude was supposed to go in there and it was supposed to be the other way around. He was supposed to get starched, man. I think Dustin Jacoby was on a 2-fight losing streak.
Mm-hmm.
And I was saying, if he lost this fight, he's out. But you went in there and you fucking flatlined him, bro. So that was awesome. That was another good one. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. First round, man, the first minute, just went in there and knocked him out.
Yeah, he looked good. Another one, Diego Lopes. He beat Gavin Tucker in a submission in the first round.
Oh yeah,
he had an absolute banger against Movsar Evloev. I believe he's 17-0 now. This was UFC 288. I had the pleasure of watching it in person, but with Lopez, like he looked so good. He was exciting at his first UFC victory. So I'm excited. That guy comes up to fight. So I think going forward, whether he's top 10 material or not, like he's going to bring fans to the UFC.
Yeah, wasn't a lot of people not giving Diego a chance against Gavin Tucker?
There was some people who thought his like performance against Evloev was a fluke.
Yeah,
Evloev also took that fight on short notice, but I mean, hey, Diego showed that he belongs.
yeah, he does. I mean, and it's true. You know, a lot of people thought it was a fluke coming in here to fight a beast in Gavin Tucker. Everybody thought Tucker was going to beat the shit out of him, and no way, man. Diego just shut a lot of people out. So
And with the Karen haircut. Let me speak to your manager. That's what he said, you know, at his post-fight speech. Like, anything you want to say to the fans? Yeah, let me speak to your manager. Diego Lopez.
Oh,
What's up
Diego.
with that haircut, bro?
I know. Another fight that everybody thought people thought that was going to win was Jessica Andrade. You know, being that Tatiana Suarez, you know, hasn't fought in forever, and dude, Tatiana is on another level, man. She's title bound. I mean, this girl is, yeah. I'm rooting for Tatiana, man. She is badass.
Yeah,
That was one of the perfect picks that night too.
What were you gonna say, Anik?
Oh no, my bad, Mark. No, I was gonna say I think the UFC by giving Amanda Lemos a title shot, I think they kind of threw people off because Andrade submitted Lemos like last year or the year before. Now they have two options. Either do if Weili were to win at UFC 292, I put an article about this today. Actually,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
It's either Weili against Yan. That's the biggest fight in Chinese combat sports history. Or now you have someone who's equally as deserving, maybe even more deserving, Tatiana Suarez. She's finished 3 champs. Grasso, she's finished Esparza, and now Andrade. So I think Tati deserves the title shot. But if the UFC goes to China, right, then you know it makes sense to do Yan against Weili if Weili wins in 2 weeks.
So if the UFC doesn't give Tatiana the title shot, then give her another fight. Let her beat the shit out of this next chick that whoever they put in front of her. Whoever wins of those 2 fights that you just mentioned in China,
Yeah,
the winner fights Tatiana.
Yeah, and that makes sense as well.
Just because, you know, yeah, Tatiana won and everything, but it's been a while since she's fought. Yeah, she's undefeated, but I think give her another fight, have her do another awesome performance, and then give her the title shot.
I see what you mean.
After Weili fights.
Right, makes sense. And I think either way, like this will only help her legacy, whether a title fight or like a contender fight is next. Because I think Tatiana looked really good, even on the feet. Like the way she did distance management with her kicks, she looked pretty good.
Yeah, man, she did. She looked ready. She had you know, and I think that time off was great for her. You know, healing all the damage that she had. So and it showed, and she pretty much can fight this weekend if she wanted to.
Yeah, agreed.
Sandwich of the fight. Any picks for the night, Rudy or Mark?
No, I don't really have a fight that I disliked. You know, I enjoyed the Klein Bahamondes fight though. That was a fun fight to watch.
Yeah,
I like Klein winning that one. That was a good one. My final grade is a 6.5 though, to be honest. That's why I'm off the final grade of the event.
I'm gonna have to stop you right there and say this is like a sandwich triple decker. Right after the main prelim card, Kyler Phillips and Honey Barcelos. Actually, you know what? That one after the Jeremiah Wells Harris fight, I expected Collar Phillips and Barcelos to be a banger, but that was a sleeper. Sandwich number 1, Bahamondes versus Ludovic Klein. Sandwich number 2, and Tanner Bozier
I enjoy
versus
sandwiches,
Alexa
though.
Gamer. That was sandwich number 3. So it was a triple fucking decker, dude.
So I mean,
I enjoyed my sandwich.
I don't know. I don't know if you know.
Yeah.
Fucking Rudy. I don't know if you know what we mean about sandwich night of the fight.
Sandwich fight of the night.
Yeah, sandwich fight of the night.
Yeah. It seems like it doesn't mean any good.
So it means that you can get up, make a sandwich, eat it, come back, and you wouldn't miss anything because it was a
Right.
boring ass fight. So
Makes
we always have a sandwich fight of the night. And that
And
night,
Roberto always gets it wrong. He always
and I always get it wrong.
Night of the fight.
And I do agree with Rudy. There was a triple decker there. We had
Mhm.
3. You could have gone outside and washed your car and came back and still had some sandwiches to eat and not worry about these fights because it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Damn, that's kind of harsh.
Right? Oh, shit. All right. So, final grade, I think for me, it's going to be a 6. Rudy, you gave it a 5.
I give it a
Mark?
5. Yeah.
Mark gave it a
6.5.
6.5. Anik, what are you going to give it, man?
I'm
So,
gonna
we
give it
grade it from a 1 to 10.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 6 because
6.
even though there was some boring fights, like I think Sandhagen showed how good of a wrestler he is. I mean, we got to see him against the top wrestlers, but I was like, as an MMA fan, I was interested. So I'll go 6.
Awesome. All righty. So, let me look down the notes here. We have the Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz fight that same night. What do you guys? What's your opinions on that fight?
Nate looked stoned and like he was just
I
having
agree.
fun.
I agree with the
honestly.
crowd, bro.
I
That
agree with the crowd
was
too.
boring.
He just looked like he was stoned and having fun in that whole fight. Like
Hey, but
Having
at least
fun.
Diaz trying to do a stand-up guillotine on.
that was
I mean,
hilarious.
I
I
don't know
picked that
what
as my
people.
Tapology winner
I
pick, by
don't
the
know
way.
what people expected. Every time we saw any interaction between Diaz and Paul, it was very lackluster, all the way from the inception of this event till the day before, till the night of. You could tell that Diaz didn't take this serious. He wasn't training for
No,
it. And he's just like, whatever, bro. This is the easiest payday ever. I don't care if I lose.
he made 20 million apparently.
I'll try my best not to. And he didn't. He won pretty much in the end because, people loved it, even when he loses.
Dude,
And I'm very happy for him because he's making that he's gonna get that other payday. He's gonna fight Jake in apparently
the PFL cage.
And I'm
Yeah.
hoping that'd be cool. I think that's cool, man, to see him finally get his money, man.
Dude, if he did make the 20 mil that night, wow, good for him.
That's what I heard, that he approximately $20 million he made that night. I want to look it up, make sure that's true, because if it is true, goddamn, that's a lot of money.
Hey,
Yeah.
you watch your
It's
damn
a lot of weed
mouth.
you can buy too.
I don't do that.
Whatever. You're a huge supporter of the weed.
Liar.
Not at all, sir.
I
Not
think
at all. We're cutting a commercial. All right, you done with that?
And we're back. Anik, what were you gonna say about the Jake Paul fight?
so. For me, like it kind of went the way I expected it to. And at the end of the day, I can only tip my cap to Nate because he's built a brand where literally even in the Leon Edwards fight, he can lose most of the fight, have one good moment. Well, in Leon when he rocked him in the 25th minute, and Jake when he did something illegal and put him in a guillotine. Like, it's crazy how everyone views him as a winner, and he just has that type of persona. It's just crazy the type of brand that he's built where he can get beat up and he can still walk out a winner. People calling him the real fight winner. So, yeah, I mean, I would say, in terms of like an analytical perspective, I say Jake's cardio has improved. I will say that.
Yes.
It has went the way I expected. Do I think Nate will beat him up in an MMA fight? Yes, but I'm happy he got paid. So yeah.
Quick question: do you believe that Jake Paul is the greatest boxer of our generation?
No,
No.
Well,
don't even. No.
you guys are entitled to your opinion, even though you're wrong.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Oh,
Don't even go
whatever,
there.
Rudy.
Don't even.
What the fuck, Rudy?
He's
No.
the greatest boxer ever, bro.
No, that's Salt Poppy.
Oh, hey, but the fight before that, wow, what a fucking war that Amanda put on.
Oh, that was a good fight.
Yeah, what was that chick's name?
Heather Hardy.
Hardy. Yeah, man.
She was not going to stop. She was
and
going to keep going forward. She was going to keep going and taking the shots.
I give Hardy props for having heart to go all, what was it, 10 rounds?
Yeah.
Right? It was all 10 rounds that she fought against her. And then at the end, she started crying, obviously, because, she lost. But she put a hell of a fight. She held her own. Amanda is Amanda, dude. I mean, I will never pick against her. She's just a fucking goat in her division, and right now she's just untouchable. I mean, this chick is she improves every single fight. She's a lot faster. Her feet movement. I mean, her boxing. It's just she's the champ for a reason, and it's just awesome to see a female boxer at her level beating up these other boxers. It's so. But I do give a lot of props to Hardy because, like I said, man, she put on a hell of a fight. She took those shots like a beast, and not a lot of other boxers can say that they've done that against Amanda, because Amanda has put down a lot of fighters, and it was a pretty good one-sided fight. But wow, Hardy, man, wow, she was just amazing, man. I give her a lot of props.
Hey, shout out to Matthew Lyle. He said he fought August 5th too, and he won against a 180-pound fighter.
Oh, congrats.
He's only
right on, Matthew.
He defended his title, David and Goliath belt, first round KO.
Yeah,
congrats, Matthew. We need to get him on the show, man.
Yep.
Hey, Matthew, I know you follow and send me a lot of stuff on IG. Send me a DM so we can get you on the show.
And Jeremy Stevens lost.
Jeremy Stevens, dude, that guy, that was not his night.
No.
Nope.
Jeremy Stevens was he was getting his ass beat. Like he was getting his ass handed.
That's how he sounded when he got
That's how he sounded. Anik, what are your thoughts, man, on the Amanda Serrano fight and then the Jeremy Stevens?
Man, I compare Serrano to Manny Pacquiao because I believe she's a 7-division world champion. She's brought so much light to Puerto Rico. And also, I think the one thing I really think has come good with Jake Paul is, he's really pushed women's boxing. And, Serrano's a beast. She has 30 knockouts, so respect to her opponent for standing up. But
yes,
I think she's amazing. And I would like to see a rematch with Katie Taylor. I know Taylor's rematching Chantel Cameron again, but I love Serrano, man. What a fight. There's a couple things. She's come to the Hulu Theater at MSG. I think it's a theater now, but I need to go see her fight while she's still here. She just signed with the PFL, and now Jeremy Stevens, Chris Avila, I kind of expected that. I think Avila's a lot bigger. Stevens' last fight was at 147 pounds against Aldo in boxing. Avila was 168. He missed weight, and even though Avila isn't your greatest boxer, he's been a pro boxer for some time. So I'm not. It was disappointing, but again, I hope Jeremy got paid. That's what I see out of it.
When a lot of the fighters fight under a Jake Paul card, they get paid.
Yeah.
They seriously get paid, and Jake makes sure that those fighters, even from the undercard, they all get a good payday. So I know Jake Paul is taking care of these fighters that fight under him, under his fight card. But yeah, man, I think Jeremy Stevens was just he seemed a little off comparing to when he fought his last opponent.
Yeah.
But it's yeah, I don't know, man. It was hard to see Jeremy Stevens get handed it, like that, and it was just bad. It was just bad.
Yeah,
the
man,
worst I've
he's
seen.
he's a legend of the sport. He's gonna
He
be one of
is.
the toughest guys to ever fight. I mean, even though he has a ton of losses, like he also has some of the biggest wins. I believe he put Josh Emmett out cold, and I don't know if anyone's done that the way he has. And he's a legend in the sport. It's just, and one thing like Jake Paul paying his fighters, like I think it's great because like I didn't necessarily respect him when he fought Askren because like Ben Askren is 19-2. He's a legend of the sport, one champion, Bellator champion, and the way he talked to Askren was a little bit rough. I mean, again, it's a fight game, but there was no respect shown. But like after that, like I've grown to respect him because he's become a better athlete. He takes care of people. I mean, he's given Serrano the shine that she deserves. So I will say, like, I've grown to respect him more and more every day, even if I don't agree with everything that he does.
Yeah, I mean, Jake Paul, I think he is growing on everybody now. Yeah, he still has to fight a boxer, a legit boxer in their prime.
Mark's shaking his head. He's like, he's growing on me like a cancer.
No, he's not.
Cut him
Not
out.
yet.
I love him, bro.
You gotta
he's
have it to him,
he's the
though.
greatest boxer of our time.
Jake Paul has improved in his boxing. I mean, it's gone leaps and bounds since he fought Ben Askren. So we can't knock him out on that. Like you said, the cardio is great. But he did fight the cardio machine in Nate Diaz. So, but I mean, I think the best part of that whole fight was him putting him in a standing guillotine and then raising his hands.
That was awesome.
I thought that was badass. I was like, hell yeah, he won. I don't care if the scorecards say that he lost. Nate Diaz won because of that guillotine choke.
Nah, but really, Nate won all 10 rounds, dude. So I don't know what anybody's talking about.
Apparently, Nate had it in pretty good though too.
Nate won every single round.
But Nate did not win every single round, Rudy.
He won every fucking round, bro.
Okay, yeah, he did. And I bet you he was high as fuck too.
Yeah.
He was puffing one in between rounds. That's why the camera wasn't on him all the time. Oh shit! Well, after that fight, at the end, he did agree to fight Jake in the cage. So we will see an MMA bout now. Jake Paul against Nate Diaz in the PFL cage. Hopefully, we get to see that either by the end of the year or beginning of next year.
Probably next spring.
No, I think it'll be by the end of the year, man.
Before the end of the year, yeah.
New Year's Eve?
I mean, it's right around the corner, bro. I don't think they want to go too far out of fight camp.
Yeah.
Maybe October, November, maybe November-ish.
Before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that would be awesome. It'd be like the Super Bowl,
Hell yeah. Dude, if that happens during that time, the PFL is gonna stack that card, bro. Because a lot of people are gonna want to watch the Jake Paul get his ass beat from a true MMA.
Bro, he's not gonna lose, bro. Jake Paul can't lose at anything he doesn't like, dude. You're out of your fucking mind, bro. He's got people drinking doo-doo water and just slaps a Prime sticker on it and buy it. It's that exactly. There you go.
As you can see, I'm a huge supporter of Prime. I got my
everybody's laughing at you, bro. You know what? Speaking of support,
Roberto, now's the part of the show where we're going to watch the donate stickers all over the screen. So I'll give you people a moment to whip out your phones and scan this QR code and send give us a donation. We ask for donations so we can feed needy children and burning babies and women homeless.
$5. That's all we're asking.
That's all.
Buy us a cup of coffee. That way we can put those $5 right back to the restream. Because that's. Oh shit. Contender series that happened yesterday. Oh, 2 days ago. Dana White, very happy. He was in a good mood. So he gave every single fighter that won a contract, which was pretty cool. And if you haven't seen the results, go to fightbookmma.com, search for Contender
if
Series,
you
and
haven't
you'll
seen
see
the
it.
results, you're not a real
fight fan. Shout out also to Combate Global. They had their event as well on Sunday. Their fights were pretty badass. So yeah, check that out. And Power Slap. Rudy,
I enjoyed it.
Your time to give us a quick rundown on the Power Slap. I know you're a big supporter of Power Slap. I don't know, Anik, if you are or not, but we got two of our friends of Sitting Ringside fight on that night. But Rudy is our go-to guy for Power Slap because he's the one that pretty much watches it, because I just don't have the time to watch the Power Slap. So
Trujillo fought Teague, and Teague basically had the he won the coin toss, so he got to go first, and he went first and apparently broke his hand. But the whole I think Bisping was like, did he just bitch out? He just bitched out. And everybody was just saying that he bitched out. He didn't want to get hit. I mean, I wouldn't want to get smacked by Trujillo either, but I don't know, man. That one is kind of suspect. That'd be cool to see him running back, but I doubt that's going to happen. The main event, Static got his ass handed to him. It was funny, bro. He was talking a lot of shit, but it was an okay event. It's people getting slapped. What more are you gonna get? People getting slapped. People getting slept. The funny thing was, one thing that I did notice is that the guys that catch the dudes after they get knocked out, I caught him slipping. Supposed to catch a dude, and they let Static just fall straight down. It's like you have one job, is to catch these guys, and he just let them fucking bam.
Oh,
it's pretty ugly.
Poor dude. Anik, do you watch Power Slap?
So I follow it on Twitter. I think I was watching. This is Tuesday night, right? I was watching The Ultimate Fighter, but I was following some of the Power Slap highlights on Twitter. I don't know if Static is AJ Hints. Was that who you were referring to?
Yeah.
I think AJ Hints kept his belt a couple months ago, even though he got knocked out because it was a DQ. Then I think it's 3 times he's been put out cold in the last 3 months. So it was tough to see, honestly. But yeah, that's the only one I really saw because I was just looking through tweets. But yeah, it's a tough sport. But hey, the video game's coming out. It looks like it's doing well based on what Dana said. So yeah,
it was cool seeing 2 guys that we've interviewed on the show before fighting each other.
Yeah, that was
pretty
cool.
As long as it lasted,
right? Oh,
that's how I felt. That's how I felt, bro. At the end of that fight, I was like, "What? Horrible, dude.
Horrible fight. Horrible. Let's see here. We have. Oh man, my mouse died.
Thoughts and predictions.
Let's see here. We have Bellator 298. Let me look at this card real quick here. Anik, do you follow Bellator pretty closely, right?
Yeah. I follow PFL more, but I know a lot of the Bellator fighters, and I'm following on Twitter. So yeah, I got some predictions for it.
Yeah, so Logan Storley versus Brennan Ward, that's going to be a pretty good fight there. They are main eventing this event. It is going to be, they are fighting in South Dakota. It's going to be streaming live on Showtime and YouTube. So if you going to watch some fights tomorrow, That's a good card to watch. James Gallagher versus James Gonzalez. That's going to be another good fight there. What are your predictions there, Anik?
Okay, so I have Islam Mamedov over Sydney Outlaw. I have another one. Let me see. I'm just looking through the card. I have Aaron Jeffrey over Dalton Rosa, and then and I believe I have Logan Storley winning the main event as well. I've seen him fight. I haven't watched too many of their fights, to be honest, but that's my predictions as of now.
Yeah, and of course, our friend, longtime supporter of Sitting Ringside and Fight Book MMA, my good boy, good friend, Alon Cruz. He's going to be fighting Alfie Davis. We had Alon about 2 weeks ago.
Hey, Elon.
Yeah, so Alon, if you're listening, bro, I know you are. Good luck tomorrow. You got this. Good fight. We're just sending you good vibes. I know you're going to put a hurt on him. We did predict with him when he was on the show that he should win by another flying knee. So we know that's his favorite go-to knockout is that flying knee. So yeah, that's he's going to be in the prelims. Yeah, so don't miss that fight because Alon is he's a fucking beast. So
it's a great way to start the weekend, man.
Yes, it is. It is a very good way to start the weekend. I do have Logan Storley winning against Brennan Ward, even though Brennan he's just a monster, man. Fighting in Bellator, he's just putting a hurt on everybody. So yeah, it's a good night of fights, man. It's a good fight card to, like Rudy said, to start your weekend of fights. Don't miss it. Live on YouTube for the prelims and on Showtime.
Look at him, bro. Look at Storley. He looks like he's got a secret.
He does. He looks like he knows what's going on with Brennan Ward.
It's weird.
Secret is he harvests parts.
What?
Oh my god. All right.
I'm actually looking forward to a couple of fights on this card, though.
Yeah.
A couple Canadians on it, obviously.
Yep.
Ones that we know, and these fights compared to the last fights are more intriguing than their previous fights that they had. Like for Josh Hill, this fight is gonna be way more intriguing than a Cass Bell fight. Same with Aaron's fight, way more intriguing. This guy's gonna bring it, unlike John Salter did. So this is way better, and it's a top-ranked guy, so it's gonna be a big win for Aaron if he gets it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one, man. A lot of, like you said, a lot of Canadians are on this card, so I know you're gonna be rooting for them.
Mm-hmm.
Right on. Well, it's that time of the time there, Mr. Rudy Lara.
Boom! It's time for one Lizzo minute. It's
one Lizzo minute.
1 minute of Lizzo news. Lawyers for ex-Lizzo dancers say they are reviewing more complaints. So apparently she's making more people shove bananas up their butts and eat them.
That's gross.
Yeah, Lizzo was sued over sexual harassment in a hostile work environment. She faces new allegations from new people, and she was fat shaming her dancers, bro. Imagine that.
Oh my
Lizzo
god.
fat shaming people. Anyways, that wraps it up for one Lizzo minute.
Oh dear Lord, Rudy.
I know how much you love that segment, Roberto.
Well, let's get on to the outside the cage news. So cue it up, Rudy.
Yeah, let's please.
Oh, we have outside the cage news now?
Yes, sir.
We do.
I think you're wrong, Roberto.
Outside the cage news.
Put yourself
outside the.
Wow.
We just need it once, damn it. Patricia Pitbull is out because he's getting spine surgery.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he's not going to be competing. So the spine surgery, that sounds very.
That's very serious.
Very serious, yeah. I've worked with orthopedics and seen the spine surgeries. It's he's going to be out for a while because I'm not sure the severity of what type of surgery he's having, but anytime you are going to open up your back and expose the spine and do work, it's going to be a lot of time off. Probably looking about a year and a half. But it depends. I'm
How
not
do
too
you know,
sure what
Roberto? Are you some kind of spinologist?
I am.
Spinologist. That's awesome.
Oh shit. Oh man. So yeah, he's out. Let's see here.
Jones and
Jones
Gordon
and
Ryan were
Gordon
shooting guns and
Ryan,
juice.
they are juiced up to the gills and shooting guns. I mean, they're probably cycling right now before Jones has to come in and fight again and have those picograms still
I don't
floating
think so,
around.
bro.
And
Shut your whore mouth.
Gordon Ryan, I mean,
You shut your whore mouth right now.
and Gordon Ryan, what we saw, like maybe a month ago, he looked sick as fuck. He was skinny, and then you just recently see a picture of him, and he's just looked like, oh, I guess it's time to go back on roids. What are your thoughts, Anik?
Yeah. Man, John Jones is he's a guy that's gonna do what he wants and still win. And yeah, that Gordon Ryan transformation is I was surprised by it because when I saw the tweet of his like injured, like of his like him shirtless when he was sick, like he didn't look too good. No comment on how he got to being jacked again. Right. I would love to see them do like a charity grappling match or something like that. I know Gordon's considered the GOAT. John Jones is the GOAT, in my opinion, for MMA. I would love to see it. I know we won't see it, but hey, it would be cool. Yeah, that's my thoughts.
Well, my thoughts on how Gordon Ryan got big was milk. And I think he should do milk commercials.
Fuck.
Milk?
Yeah.
No, it's not fucking horse
that'd
meat.
be a perfect that'd be perfect, bro. You know,
Oh
when's the
my
last time you seen
God.
a got milk commercial? He'd be perfect, bro. Shirtless Gordon Ryan, the milk
No,
mustache.
no.
That's how he got big.
Oh my God.
Nobody's buying it, bro.
No.
Nobody's buying it.
No, nobody's buying what you're saying.
Nobody's buying your. What the fuck was that? Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Twitter needs some serious. I'm glad I wasn't showing that live, bro. I just typed in John Jones and I start scrolling, and then it's just like two dudes ass ramming each other. What the hell?
What the fuck are you looking at, Rudy?
I'm not looking at anything. I typed in John Jones, and that's what I got. I'm glad I wasn't showing that I wasn't showing my screen. That was disgusting. What is wrong with you, Elon?
Oh my God.
That was
Oh my
gross,
God.
bro. What the? I've never seen John Jones do that. That was him and Rampage Jackson, apparently.
What the fuck? God.
So gross. Oh God, that was disgusting.
Oh,
Lord.
Jesus Christ. Logan Paul versus Dildo
Versus
Danis.
Dildo Anus.
Dildo
Yeah, Logan's
Danis. It's going to be a boxing
He's gonna
match.
destroy him. He's gonna destroy Dildo Anus. He's gonna just
That's
lay him
even
out.
if he shows up,
Like-
bro.
Dude.
So full of shit.
He won't show up. He won't even make it to a press conference. He's going to be saying something, oh, I got hurt.
He'll be there via satellite. He'll be there via satellite, guaranteed.
But guess who's stepping in, according to David Rodriguez?
Who?
This guy.
Oh yeah,
here.
exactly. You. I bet there'll be a
I'm going to go in there
and
and
Jefe versus Logan Paul.
drop some bombs onto Logan Paul.
Yeah. Maverick versus El Jefe.
There you go. What are your thoughts, Anik, on that fight?
Me, I think if it does happen, I think Logan's a lot bigger than Danis. Now I know there's $100,000 clause or penalty if Danis misses, or if he doesn't show up. With that being said, Connor's got his back, so maybe Connor will pay that fee. But I do think I saw this somewhere. Maybe it was Ariel Helwani or somewhere else, but they were saying if Conor McGregor corners Dylan Dennis or something like that, I think he'll show up. I believe it was Helwani who said that, but I might be mistaken. With that being said, if the replacement fighter Hasim Rahman Jr. fights, I think he's going to destroy Logan Paul, and that's going to be scary. Rahman Jr. is a big man.
Rockman Jr. is a guy that you don't want to fuck with because this guy packs a punch.
Yeah.
He packs a punch, and Logan is not ready for a guy like him, man.
He was supposed to fight
so
him a while back, wasn't he?
Jake.
He was supposed to fight Jake.
Yeah, his brother.
Yeah. Yep. But if the Logan Paul versus Danis does happen, then yeah, I mean, like you said, Anik, if I'm sure Conor McGregor is going to want him to fight. I mean, it is what it is. And if Conor does corner him, then he's going to make that money. I
I
mean,
think so too.
you
And
you fight any of these brothers, you're going to get paid. So why not go in there? And if you get hurt, you get hurt. It's not like the first time that he's ever got knocked out or been submitted or whatever. But it is boxing, so the chances of him getting knocked out are pretty big, especially against Logan. So yeah, it's we might see some WWE shit off of Logan. So,
I agree, and he might just do it just because Dennis is making it very personal on Twitter right now. It
Yeah.
seems like, but I think if Dennis were to actually show up, even if he were to lose, I feel like people would actually half the hate I mean, Dylan talks a lot of trash, right? But half the reason why people don't like him is because like he doesn't stick to his word. So if he actually does show up, even if he gets beaten up, I think he gets a little bit less hate than he does right now. So
Yep.
It's crazy. I think I want to see the press.
Nah.
I want to see it. It'll be fun just to it's a good break from using my brain. I can watch that. So I am hoping he shows up because it will be fun. It's fun trash talk, just like Izzy Strickland. So yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for that shit.
I know, right? Mike Tyson wants to fight Fedor in a boxing match. What the fuck? Come on, Mike Tyson.
Wasn't it the other way around? I think it was Fedor who wants to fight him.
Dude, either way, Fedor.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the other way around. Yeah, Fedor Emelianenko called out Mike Tyson to a boxing match.
Oh.
And it's going to be he wants it to co-main the event be the co-main event for the Fury versus Ngannou card on October 28th in Saudi Arabia. So that's what he's pushing for. I mean, that's like 2 months away. Do you think Mike would be in fight shape to do that? I seriously doubt it.
If it happens,
bro. I mean, if that happened, imagine the amount of money they would make. They would make a shitload of money. It's dumb as hell. And I think anybody would agree that's fucking stupid, but I still want to see it.
I do too. I want to see it. But if it does happen, I feel sorry for Mike Tyson. I do. I seriously do because he is up there in age. He's not moving like he used to. Other than that one video, maybe he took some kind of painkillers or something that he was able to move and box the way he did. But
you got to remember, dude, boxing is a whole different game than Sambo or MMA.
Yeah.
We don't really know what Fedor's cardio is like, especially nowadays. He never really went the distance with anybody. He either stopped them quick or he got stopped quick. So going up against even an aging Mike Tyson, I think would be a test for anybody, bro.
Dude,
it's that big fear factor. It's kind of like watching Ngannou versus Lewis, 1 and 2. I think Fedor would kind of be treading lightly. He's like, fuck, this is new territory. I'm sure he trains boxing, but you weren't an Olympic boxer. You weren't a heavyweight champion. I don't care how old Mike Tyson is. He's still dangerous, bro. Still fucking dangerous. It's a sweet science for a reason. I think I think it would be fun, a little more competitive than most people would think, but still, come on. I don't know, man. I don't want to see Mike Tyson get hurt,
I
and
don't
I don't
either.
want to see Fedor get hurt.
I don't either. But someone's gonna get knocked the fuck out.
But it is what it is, bro. Whatever.
We're still gonna watch.
I'll still watch it.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
I'll still watch it too. I'll watch the shit show boxing events, of course.
Let's see here. Dan Hooker has a new tattoo. I
I've not seen it
have
yet.
not seen it. I can't say anything about it. So, then David puts Ninja Turtles movie sucks ass.
I haven't even seen that either, the new one. So,
I don't know. I mean, yeah, it might be.
Rudy, have you?
No, I haven't seen that steaming pile of trash. No, I don't know, man. I have no opinion on it. I haven't seen it. I know that they have some new DLC coming out for Street Fighter that's like Ninja Turtles, and people are mad
Mhm.
because the DLC is like costs as much as a game. So it's kind of fucking dumb. But
Oh,
it looks
man.
cool, man. I want to check that out, man. I like Street Fighter. I like Ninja
Yep.
Turtles, but I don't know, man. I don't like Seth Rogen, and I heard that he made this flick, and he's just fucking annoying, bro. He got real annoying. I remember when he first hit the scene, he was funny, but then they kind of just overplay their shtick one too many times, and it's like, bro, how many times are you gonna play the same fucking character? Even in cartoons, you're the same character, bro. And apparently, you're the same character for all of these turtles, and I don't like that. Whatever. I'll watch it, but I'm not gonna go to the theater and watch it.
Yep. Sean Strickland versus Izzy. Sean finally got his wish.
So it's official. It is actually happening.
Yeah, it's official. It's official.
Holy shit.
Sean Strickland is going to be
That's
fighting
not what
Izzy.
happened.
I believe that's UFC 293,
Yep.
right?
Okay.
So UFC 293, headlining that card. I am happy for Sean. It's about fucking time that he gets a title shot. He's been calling out Izzy forever, and it's finally come to fruition. And we're gonna see a good fucking badass fight. What are your thoughts on that, Anik?
I am so excited for this fight. I personally think Strickland beat Cannonier last December in a very close fight, even though he lost the decision. I am so excited. Do I think Izzy has the advantage? Yes, because of his stature and he's got the range. But if Strickland actually wrestles and puts away his ego and does not stand and bang, I think we're in for a competitive fight, and it's fighting, so you never know what happens. I think that press conference needs to be on pay-per-view. I personally love that Strickland does not care at all. He went on the Joe Rogan Experience and he talked about all these things that's going on in his head, but he seems to be acting the way he has all these thoughts, but he acts like a good human being in the sense that he's a good teammate. He's unapologetically himself, and he may be hated by a lot, but there's some that absolutely love him. So I'm excited for the fight. I think the co-main event is very underrated as well, Tuivasa and Volkov. So I'm super happy for Strickland. I'm so excited. I think it's a tough fight for Strickland, but hey, it's fighting. So let's see what happens.
Hell yeah, man! It's gonna be an amazing fight. I haven't looked at the whole fight card or what they have right now, but yeah, it's gonna be a good fight, man. Your thoughts, Mark?
I'm actually quite shocked that he actually ended up getting the title fight. I didn't think he was going to end up getting it. I thought it didn't.
How you being shocked, bro?
Shut up, Rudy. Those boos. No, I'm happy he's getting the shot. You know what I mean? But man, it's not going to be an easy test for him. Izzy's not a joke. I'm not the biggest Izzy fan, so I'm probably going to cheer Strickland on just to piss my cousins off. I know you're watching, so. But yeah, let's go Strickland.
Hell yeah, Rudy.
I'm going Strickland all day, bro. And new. I mean, that's a long shot, but I like a good Cinderella story.
Yeah. Anik, if you didn't realize, Rudy Lara does a badass Sean Strickland impersonation.
I can't do it on just whenever the fuck you ask me to do it, I'm just gonna fucking smoke a pack of cigarettes, and I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yo, too good, man. Too good. I watched all of Strickland's interviews, man. I think he's hilarious.
He's funny, dude.
Dude, that was so good. I think you need to put that on YouTube or something. Like,
I know, right?
Yeah.
But I could interview Rudy, and Rudy could just act like Sean Strickland and be like, "Yeah, so we interviewed Sean Strickland."
I really
Bro,
think
I want to see Sean Strickland with hair again, dude.
right?
Look, see Sean Strickland with hair. He looks like
What the hell?
Yeah, bro. He looks like
He
Dean Cain from Superman.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think you need to do the impersonation. Strickland might actually ask you to spar after that, but I think it's worth
I'll spar him.
it.
I'll spar his ass. I'll knock me out.
I'll knock me out. Yeah. So any time that we talk about Sean Strickland, he's in the background.
Love it.
Yeah, really Lawrence does a fucking awesome job on that.
It was so
And
good.
the Verdun smile too.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You can't do that. It's hard. I remember the first time I saw him do that, and then he started trolling people. I was like, what? He would just do that shit out of nowhere. I loved it, bro.
Even during a fight.
One of the greatest heavyweights of all time. I love that guy.
Right.
Bro, I mean, he attacked Colby with a boomerang, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
That shit was hilarious, bro. Colby thought he could talk shit. Like, nah, you're gonna talk shit that we're doing.
This happened in Australia, actually. I think Colby called the cops after.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Karen, bro. He needs the Diego Lopez haircut.
Yeah, he does. Oh my lord. UFC on ESPN 51, Luque versus Dos Anjos. That is happening this Saturday. Let's go ahead and give our grade of the fight poster. I don't like it. I don't.
I can tell.
I really don't like the fight poster. Anik, we give our grades of the fight posters every single time of a UFC event. As you can see on screen, we have it on there. I am just not a fan of this fight poster, man. I'm not. I don't like it.
Neither am I. I mean, they're two like Brazilian legends. I mean, Luque he's fought some really fun fights, but I think the Brazilian flag, like the yellow, needs to be highlighted more. And I think they're some of the BMFs of the sport. This doesn't look scary, so I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 3, man. Rudy,
I'm gonna give it a big old deuce.
you're muted, Rudy.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a deuce as well, man, because it's a big steaming pile of shit. I don't like this poster, man. It's kind of disrespectful to these men, the warriors, bro, especially Dos Anjos. I don't know. It just seems very half-assed, and I don't like it. I don't like it.
You gotta be drunk and high to see this fight poster. Then you can see the welterweight bout much clearer than the way it looks.
The last poster, it was legit. The last couple have been pretty good, man. And this one just, I don't know. They hired the same clown that they had before.
Yeah, there's probably some 5-year-old that did it.
I don't know.
Probably 5-year-olds do better.
Probably some Mexican, bro.
Hey.
Wow.
Hey, since we're still on the topic of outside the cage news, I just want to let everybody know that Wayne Brady has come out as pansexual, folks. He's come out as pansexual, just in case you didn't know.
Huh.
In case you don't know what pansexual means, it means you're attracted to everything.
Interesting.
Wayne Brady, what the fuck? Bro, he's like almost 60, bro. Nobody gives a shit if you're attracted to pans.
Oh,
We're
jeez.
going way off topic here,
Yeah, we
man.
are. So
Yeah, we
UFC,
are.
UFC is happening. What the hell? My computer just
We
shut
talked
off.
about Lizzo. We talked about Wayne Brady tonight. What is going on?
I don't fucking know.
Me either.
Oh, sorry, my computer turned off. I'm waiting for it to restart here.
Your computer turned off, but you're still live.
Yeah, we can hear you and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Good. So, UFC on ESPN 51. Rudy, let's go ahead and start off with the prelims and work our way up. I believe this is a 13 fight card. I need to log on to my computer here.
Yeah, opening up the card, we have Juliana the Killer Miller fighting Luana Santos. Luana Santos coming in as slight favorite, minus 140 betting favorite, plus 120 underdog for Juliana Miller.
That's who my pick is. Let's go Santos.
Yeah, Luana Santos coming off a 2-fight win streak. I think this is her debut, UFC debut. Juliana Miller, she's been in the UFC. She's fought twice. Won her debut, and then lost her last one against Veronica Hardy. Yeah. I don't know, man. This is kind of a pick'ems fight. You know, these female fights, you never freaking know, man, unless it's like the lioness. But yeah, you know, I'm probably gonna have to go with the person who has a little more momentum on their side, Luana Santos. I think Juliana Miller has, you know, I mean, she has potential. Isn't she Dan Hardy's wife or some shit?
No, Miller lost to Dan Hardy's wife.
He lost to Dan Hardy's wife.
Yeah, in London, I believe, on the Usman Edwards card.
That's right. That's how I was remembering. Like, I know this chick's name, and it's because she fought Dan Hardy's wife and she lost. And I was pissed off because I didn't have Hardy winning that fight at all, and she came out and just fucked her up.
Yeah, she did.
I don't know, man.
Miller was a huge favorite on that too, and like I originally picked her, and because she looked really good on when she won tough, like I thought she was gonna be like a threat, and she didn't look good. That's why I'm not picking her for this fight.
Same here, man. Same here. She didn't look good. Again, Luana Santos, I'm gonna roll with her. Decision win. I wouldn't put any money on this one, but if you do, go with Santos.
Yep. What are the betting odds?
Minus 140 favorite for Santos, plus 120 underdog for Juliana Miller.
Okay.
And the betting line really hasn't changed much. Santos is minus 150 now, plus 125 underdog for Miller.
Awesome. Next up, we have Damon Blackshear versus Jose Johnson. What are the betting odds on this one, Rudy?
Well, this one opened up at... Oh, it didn't tell me that. But Damon Blackshear right now is minus 260 favorite. Jose Johnson plus 210 underdog. Yeah, my money's on Damon Blackshear, man. Jose Johnson, I think this is his debut. He come fresh off a win off a Contender Series against Jack Cartwright, a unanimous decision. Before that, he had a couple of wins in Fury. Nothing too impressive, man. Damon Blackshear, I mean, this dude's a killer, man. Luan Lacerda, he beat his ass 2 months ago. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Damon Blackshear, man. I think he's probably gonna take this cat out.
It's crazy how the rankings, the typology have them. They have Damon Blackshear at number 65 and Jose Johnson at number 5.
Yeah, but that's US West.
Bantamweight. Oh, okay. I see. US West. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, no, but you know what? Being that the Johnson had that momentum, I still feel that Damon Blackshear is gonna welcome him to the UFC in a bad way.
Yeah.
Anik.
Agree. Yep, right on with what you guys said.
Next up, we have Montserrat Ruiz versus Jacqueline Amarim. This one is going to be a pretty good fight. Rudy, what's the fight odds on this?
Well, Montserrat is a plus 200 moderate underdog, minus 240 favorite for Amarim. That's the betting odds opening up right now. Amarim, it hasn't changed much. Minus 250 favorite, plus 200 underdog for Ruiz. Basically, Brazilian jiu-jitsu and a wrestler going at it. I don't know, man. I don't think Montserrat has what it takes to keep someone like Amarim down. I mean, how long can she possibly hold her in a headlock? I think that's her go-to.
Yeah, and that's something that probably Jacqueline already knows and is prepared to have Montserrat try to do a choke. It's, I don't know. But you're right. I think Jacqueline is going to take this fight, man.
I mean, she dropped her last fight against Sam Hughes. That was a really good fight, man. Back and forth.
Yeah, it was.
And Sam, she just keeps getting better, man.
Yeah, she does.
And Amarim was coming in. I think like a 5-fight win streak. Yeah, it was 5-fight win streak, and she lost to Sam Hughes in a decision win. Montserrat, she lost her last fight against Amanda Lemos. She got knocked out, but she hasn't been real impressive, man. Other than her little, headlock bullshit.
Headlock.
She constantly does it. If she grabs you, good luck getting out of that. But I think Amarim, she's got the skills to beat her on the ground, and I think that's what she's going to do. I think she's probably going to submit her ass, second, third round.
Yeah, because Amarim is she's crafty on the floor, man. Mark?
American top team, baby.
User.
I got Amarim as well.
Awesome. Anik?
Yeah.
Yeah, I also got Amarim.
Awesome. Josh Parisian versus Martin Buday. What?
I thought it was Buday.
I'm going to say
it's Buday.
Buday.
Buday? Oh, it's Buday. Okay.
So it's two heavyweights, plus 170 underdog for Parisian. Martin Buday is a minus 200 favorite. That's opening up right now. It's kind of getting closer, man. Minus 213 for Buday. Parisian plus 174 underdog. Martin Buday is just, that dude's been on a fucking tear. And in the UFC, man. I mean, since his debut, since he got in the Contender Series, he just hasn't lost. And Parisian just hit or miss, bro. He loses,
yeah,
he wins,
is,
he loses, he wins. I mean, he's due to win if you're following the pattern. I hate to have to do that, but yeah, most people Tapology, they're giving him 6% chance to win. Buday 94%.
That's a low number.
Yeah,
Wow.
the thing about Buday is just, all his wins are like mainly decision. So I think this is going to be a tough, fight. I don't think Parisian has what it takes to keep this dude off of him. He's got a slight chance, but it's not very likely. So I'm going with Martin Buday, decision win.
Same here. Buday.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Francis Fire Marshall versus Isaac Dulgarian. Francis only had one loss, which was his last fight, but he was on a tear. It's going to be an exciting fight. Rudy, what are the odds on this one?
So Francis Marshall's a minus 170 favorite. Isaac Dulgarian's a plus 140 underdog. And that hasn't really changed too much, since the opening. It opened up at 190, minus 190, plus 155. So it hasn't really changed too much. I think Dulgarian is coming in on short notice, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, man. This one's kind of a toss-up for me.
Mm-hmm.
Francis Marshall, like you said, there was a lot of hype coming into the game, man. and then his last fight against William Gomes, he just I don't know, man. Kind of just for me, it derailed the hype train. I'm not too sold on this guy yet, man. I think Isaac Bulgarian has a real strong chance of winning this, being a good dog pick for the night. So I'm gonna go with Isaac Bulgarian to win this fight. I think he's gonna fucking put him out, dude.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Francis Marshall winning. I think that loss is gonna put a fire under his belt. Um,
They
being
call
that
me the fireman.
is-
You like that song?
yeah. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Francis on this fight. Mark,
I'm gonna go with a draw.
a draw. Oh my god!
I'm kidding. No,
Damn.
I'll go with.
We
I'm kidding. I think I got Marshall on this one.
okay. Anik,
I'm gonna go Bulgarian.
right on. Let's see here. Come on, computer. Rudy, say who's next.
Terrence McKinney versus Mike Breeden.
Yeah. Next fight is Terrence McKinney versus Mike Money Breeden. Terrence McKinney's stepping up on, I think, like a week, 2 weeks notice, maybe less, for this fight. He's a minus 260 favorite, plus 210 underdog for Mike Breeden, which is kind of weird, man. It's usually not like that last minute fight, like that. The guy who's coming in short notice is usually the underdog. So Terrence McKinney, they both lost 2 fights in a row, both on their way out of the UFC. This is a must-win situation for both of these guys. This is a pink slip match. Whoever loses this fight is probably well on their way to get out. And my money is Terrence McKinney, T-Rex, is going to come in and make a statement. I think he's got what it takes. He trains with the right guys. He's got what it takes to get back up in that upper echelon, but he's got some climbing to do, man. He's got some work, and hopefully it'll be some short work on Mike Breeden Saturday night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, I agree on that. I think McKinney's 3-3 in the UFC. He won that first round against Nazim Sadikov that he lost that fight a couple weeks ago. And then even he looked good against Drew Dober until he gassed. I think McKinney will win this fight. The odds are pretty, like, minus 260. That's a big number. It's not something I would bet on, but I am picking McKinney. I think he's one of the most talented prospects in the UFC. Maybe not prospect, but up-and-comers in the UFC. It's just his fight IQ needs to match his skill. So I'm hoping, and I think he will win this fight, first round knockout, because I don't want it going to a decision. He's got a big weight cut, short notice weight cut. So McKinney first round finish. Let's say that.
Hell yeah. Next up is a for sure pink slip. If JP Buys does lose, he's on a 3-fight.
It's a guaranteed pink slip,
dude,
guys.
He's going against Marcus McGee, bro.
Versus JP Buys, the Maniac versus the Young Savage. Marcus McGee is a heavy favorite, minus 400 heavy favorite, plus 300 underdog for JP Buys. That's opening up right now. It's kind of closed up a little. Marcus McGee's minus 350, plus 275 underdog for JP Buys. He lost 3 in a row. He's never won a fight in the UFC. He won on the Contender Series. And our boy Marcus McGee, like that dude, just came onto the scene and starts the journey.
He just starts wrecking people, man.
That was on a short notice fight too. He's coming from LFA. That dude's a motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, dude. I'm going with Marcus McGee. I think he's gonna put JP Buys out any way he wants first round. Club and sub. I'm gonna call club and sub first round.
Club and sub.
I like that. Club and sub. I like that, Rudy.
Yeah, I agree, actually.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of hype on JP Buys, but it's just not showing. It's not showing at all. And he's going up against a guy like Marcus. I mean, this guy is just putting people out left and right. So, yeah, Marcus for the win, knockout, first round. Next up, we got Josh Fram versus Jamie Pickett. Jamie Pickett, if he loses, another pink slip for him. Josh Fram is going to starch this guy. I'm sure he's the favorite right now on the betting odds.
Yeah, he's a minus 310 moderate favorite, plus 250 underdog for Jamie Pickett, who's lost 3 in a row. Josh Fram was, on the verge of losing 3 in a row. He dropped 2 fights before his last win against Hedrikas Dumas. He won submission, guillotine choke. But Jamie Pickett, man, his back's to the wall. Yeah, I haven't seen him look good in a long time, bro. His last fight against Joseph Holmes, barely won that decision. Laureano Staropoli, that was a tough fight. He took that to a decision, but other than that, after those wins, he just got subbed. He got knocked out, subbed. This is gonna be another club and sub kind of fight. I think Josh Fram's gonna put him out and probably second, third round submission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anik?
I think Josh Fremd is he's coming off a good performance. I believe off of Dumas or Damas. That's how you say it. I'm going Fremd as well. I think Pickett is also on his way out.
Mm-hmm. Mark, I'm sure you got Fram.
Yeah, sorry, Pickett, you're gone.
Next up, we got, is it Tafon or Tafon? Inchukwi versus AJ Dobson. I think if any of these two guys lose,
Another pink slip fight.
another pink slip fight, man. Whoever loses this fight, you're out. What are the odds on this one, Rudy?
They're really close, man. Minus 150 for Nchukwi. Dobson is a plus 120 underdog, and it hasn't changed much. Minus 145 favorite, plus 120 underdog for Dobson. So hasn't changed too much. This is a pick'em's fight. I don't think anyone really cares about this fight. I know I don't. I would say if anybody's gonna lose this fight, I'd have to go with Dobson losing this fight, man.
Yeah, I think Dobson's going to lose. Inchukwi, he's got to win, man. Both these guys have to win to keep their job. So, another pink slip. Even if we've even seen it where if you even win your fight, you still could get the pink slip.
Yeah, we've seen it.
Yeah, Tapology seems to, the fans seem to think Dobson is a heavy favorite, 63%, and Chukwi's 37% on Tapology, but the betting odds are a little different. Dobson is the underdog, but I think Chukwi's gonna beat this guy. The only way Chukwi's been stopped is by a finish, and Dobson, I don't know, man. He's never really finished one in the UFC. He's usually the one getting finished.
All right. Next up, we have Polyana Viana versus Yasmin Lucindo. I'm going for Viana, man. I can never pick against her. The way she won that fight against Fry, first round finish in like 47 seconds or something like that. I mean, that was pretty badass. Yasmin Lucindo, I don't know. Did she win or lose her last fight?
She won her last fight against Brogan Walker. Yeah, she won by unanimous decision. She lost to Yasmin Yaregui, unanimous decision. She's been pretty active. 2 fights in the last year. Polyana Viana, she's fought twice as well in the past year. Lost to Tabitha Ricci and beat the hell out of Jin Frey.
Yep.
So yeah, and the weird thing is, I think Polyana is the underdog here. Minus 160, yeah, minus 162 underdog. Yasmin Lucindo minus 195 favorite. Like I said, that's a little odd to me. I don't know, man. I haven't seen really anything too special out of Lucindo. She's not a finisher, at least not in the UFC. It's just been decision win and loss. We've seen, Polyana tested and she delivers, man. So I'm going to go with another dog. I'm going to go with Polyana Viana. I think she's got what it takes to to give Lucindo a not so warm welcome to the UFC.
Yep. Mark?
Yeah, Pauliana Viana is gonna just it's not gonna be a very pleasant night for Lucindo at
Yeah.
all. No.
Anik?
I'll go Viana by sub, second round.
Awesome. Next up, we got Khalil Roundtree versus Chris Dawkins. I'm going to start off with my pick, and it's going to be Khalil Roundtree winning this fight. He is going to give Chris Dawkins the pink slip, because if Chris Dawkins loses, it's another pink slip fight for this guy. Khalil's just going to hopefully bring his Muay Thai into the game against Chris Dawkins and make it a fucking bloody war. I feel Khalil's probably going to finish Chris Dawkins and, like I said, give him the pink slip. I don't know what the odds are, but I'm sure they have Khalil Roundtree winning. Rudy, you're muted.
Oh yeah, Khalil Roundtree is minus 205 favorite, plus 170 underdog. Khalil has won his last 3 fights, and Dawkins has lost his last 3. Yeah, 89%. The people on Tapology have Roundtree winning.
He's
and
gonna knock out
the
Dawkins at
odds.
the UFC.
The odds are really close, man. The betting odds now minus 179 favorite for Roundtree, plus 148 underdog for Dawkins. I don't see how these odds should be. I don't know. They should be astronomical. I don't see how Dawkins makes it past Roundtree. Roundtree's just gonna chop him down, bro. And yeah, it's gonna be his last fight in the UFC.
In the words of David, it's going to be Coitons.
It's Coitons.
Coitons.
Coitons for you.
Anik?
All right, I'm going with the underdog here, Chris Dawkins. I think I wouldn't be surprised if Roundtree wins, but the reason why I'm going Dawkins is because his last 3 fights, which he lost by knockout, were 2 guys that were significantly bigger and probably better than him, Rosenstrike, Lewis, and Curtis Blades. I think even though Dawkins' last 2 wins were against Shamil Abdurakhimov and Alexei Olenek, 40-year-olds, I think Dawkins he might be in the best shape of his life given that he's dropping down to light heavyweight. I'm going to go Chris Dawkins by a boring decision.
Boring decision. Next up in the co-main event, Cub Swanson versus Hakeem Dawodu. I don't know what the betting odds are, but this is going to be a very interesting fight. Both fighters are, hit or miss on their wins and losses. So, Cub Swanson, obviously, if he loses, he probably won't get the pink slip. He's a company man, but I feel the Canadian Hakeem is probably going to win against Cub Swanson. I don't know what the odds are. But you know what? If Cub Swanson comes in prepared and ready and in shape, he could knock out Hakeem.
Well, Cub Swanson is coming in as a plus 200 moderate underdog. Hakeem Dawodu is a minus 250 favorite. They both lost their last fights. But if you look at Dawadu's record, it's just he doesn't finish, bro. He's not a finisher. Cub Swanson, that dude's a kill or be killed kind of motherfucker, bro. The only way you're gonna put this guy out is by making him leave on a stretcher. I don't see how Hakeem Dawodu makes it past this dude's fucking just his pace, man. I think Cub Swanson's gonna outwork him. He's gonna make people regret betting against him again at 39 years old. My money's on the dog, Cub Swanson again.
Look, I'm a fan of Cub, and I'm gonna pick Cub Swanson, but I don't know. I just have this feeling. I think Hakeem's gonna be able to pull this off. But
79% of the people on Tapology would agree with you, sir.
Yeah. See? Anik?
Yeah, for me, I'm going to go Hakeem Dawodu by decision. I know Cub Swanson's very tough. He's old, But I've seen Hakeem Dawodu UFC 263. This was the Adesanya Vittori 2 pay-per-view. Dawodu, he lost 2 rounds to 1 against Movsar Evloev, and he was undefeated. Dawodu rocked him a couple times in the third round after getting manhandled on the ground the first 2 rounds. I think Dawodu's very tough, even if he's not a finisher. I could see a sleeper of a fight of the night and Dawodu by a decision. So,
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's the only way he pulls this off is by decision. I mean,
mhm.
if he wins, it's going to be by decision. So
Yeah.
put some money on that bet.
Main event: Vicente Luque versus Rafael Dos Anjos. I don't know what the betting odds are, but I'm gonna go with Vicente winning, man.
Yeah, the betting odds, Vicente Luque is even -120 favorite, slight favorite for Rafael Dos Anjos. I mean, I don't know, man. My money is on Dos Anjos. Seeing his last fight against Barberina, and then the fight before that against Rafael Fiziev, that one was good, dude. As long as it
Yeah,
lasted. And before that, he was on a tear, bro. Paul
yeah,
Felder,
he was.
Renato Moicano, Vicente Luque, he was on a tear, three in a row, and then he dropped one of Bilal Muhammad, and then one of Jeff Neal, and they just made him look kind of human at that point. Those last 2 losses, it kind of humbled him. He just doesn't
Yeah,
look the
Yeah.
same, man. After his win against Michael Chiesa, he didn't look the same. Now Rafael Dos Anjos looks like a new and improved, fighter at 38 fucking years old. This dude, I don't know, man. He just has a fire in his eyes, and I don't think Vicente Luque's gonna snuff that fire out. I think Dos Anjos is gonna win this fight, and probably another club and sub.
Anik.
Okay, so I see why Luque is a slight underdog, or maybe even because like he has looked human his last 2 fights. Even the Chiesa fight, he almost got subbed. He hasn't used his fight IQ. With that being said, here's why I'm picking Luque. I think on the ground they're going to neutralize each other's grappling, and I want to say striking. Like Luque's got dynamite in his hand still, so I'm gonna go Vicente Luque. One funny quote from Dos Anjos. He said the reason why he didn't fight for the BMF belt is because the prerequisites have to be not owning a UFC title. So I think he was throwing a little shade at Justin and Dustin, but Dos Anjos has for everyone. Like, hey, that quote, like, I love Justin and Dustin, but like Dos Anjos, like, he speaks a lot of truth. So yeah,
Yeah, it's like
So
the media was trying to, I don't know, trying to throw Dos Anjos shade by asking him such a stupid fucking question.
yeah,
And his retorts will, like, yeah, I don't need that. I've had the belt before. These guys,
Yeah.
the bad motherfucker belt is for people who've never been champions. It's like, damn.
Well, they're interim champions.
Doesn't matter, bro.
You're
I
not the
know.
true champ. You're not the true
I
champ.
know.
Well, that's our picks for the night. It is going to be an early start time. Rudy, what are the
4 p.m.
start times for this event, man?
Interesting.
4 p.m. Eastern, I think, is one of them.
Yeah, the
So-
prelims start at 3 p.m. Central Time, so 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Mountain, and 1 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah.
And the main card starts at 6 p.m. Central.
Yeah, so it's an early card. Make plans for Saturday night, because after the event, you can still go and have a good dinner with a significant other or by yourself. That was spot on, Rudy. Right on. Well, fellas, that is our show for tonight. We, as always, kill it every Thursday night. Anik, again, brother, thanks for jumping on. Anytime you want to jump on, man, you just let me know and I'll send you the link. And we're always happy to have some co-hosts, guest co-host on the show. So yeah, man, thank you again.
Hey, thank you guys. I appreciate it. I really had a lot of fun, and stay tuned. PFL 8, PFL 9, the playoffs. Some content coming in soon. So thank you again, and I appreciate it, guys.
Thanks, bro.
Yes. Thank you. All right, guys, that's it for our show. We really do appreciate everybody's support. Thanks again for watching and or listening. You can watch our podcast on Facebook. You can go to YouTube. You can go to LinkedIn, Twitter, anywhere that we can stream live on video. We are there. Also, for all your podcast listening, we are gonna. Be on there. I will have this audio uploaded tomorrow. So thanks again for all the support, for all the greatest news around the world. Go to fightbookmma.com. Please show your support. Check out the content. It's always a busy website. Everybody's likes to contribute there at the website and get their articles published. So really do appreciate that. Rudy, any last words?
No, man. I'm debating if I want to put this video on after we close the show or not. And I probably won't do it.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, thanks again. Everybody, enjoy the fights. We will see you next Thursday night. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.
拔萝卜，拔萝卜，哎呦哎呦，拔不动。
Sometime later.
Hey, thanks for coming back to my place. And look, I got something for you.